Anyway, hello. That's right. Me, back with another commentary episode. Third time I've tried recording this. I hate this tower. Tower out of challenges. It's the most difficult tower of this series. Probably. Unless I decide to do Monochrome Anguish. Because it's the second hardest non-SC in the game. Anyways, by Undice, let's get into it. This tower, I really like it, you know. It's just cool. Anyway, for this squeeze, you want to wrap through, and then once you're through, you just want to hold S. There you need to do a little camera wiggle. So over a wrap round to there. Some basic wraps on cylinders. Here you just want to make sure that you're somewhere in the middle. For those two tender studs. Do a little wrap round there. Jump onto this thing. And then jump around. Just some normal jumps. A little wrap. You know. This tower doesn't have very complex gameplay, but it's still pretty difficult. Anyway, that jump, be careful, there's only a one-side platform. That truss, you should be good to get onto the truss. Anyway, here you want to line up and you do a walk around because you're on a half stud. And here, I find, you angle yourself and then you just hold A. And then here, you want to go slightly back from the stick out to ensure you don't get caught. Just do it quite tightly. Here I like to hold jump because that's quite a nerve-wracking jump. The holding jump just allows me to get on it if I'm only just reaching the platform. Anyway, now you're into this part. I don't like this part. I say this part, I mean this one very specific jump. You want to make sure you're on this. I don't know what happened. I'll meet you back up there. Anyway, back here. You want to sort of go on this. And make sure that you're sort of on this platform. And then jump around. Because if you're not on it, then you'll have like a sort of flat-sided effect, which controls you to hit that, and then you get screwed a bit. Anyway, continuing on. Wrap around like that, a little wrap around to here. A wrap onto this platform, jump up, and you're on floor 2. Basic wraps on a mini safety net to start you. And then wrap around to here. You want to make sure you choose one of these 3 platforms to land on, because otherwise you'll end up just sort of not getting on any and you'll just fall off, and then you'll be annoyed but miserable. Sorry. You'll be annoyed because you'll have got to the platform and then you'll have fallen off. So you've got to pick one as your goal. Anyway, here I find, you know, screw that. We're jumping onto the platform here once, and then you flick around. Not so tight wrap there. It looks a lot tighter than it actually is. Long jump to the truss, flick off to the truss onto this one. Then flick off the truss there. Jump down here, and now you're into this. You want to make sure that you're sort of near the bottom, but not at the bottom. That way you can jump off like that. Requires a lot of focus to do that. Anyway, long jump there, it's labelled 1, this one's labelled 2. I don't know why. I have no clue. Then jump around to there and jump onto this platform. Do a little sort of head hitter thingy. Then you go around. Anyway, so about the cut. That's talked to my dad. So you just sort of do those jumps. For that I should mention, inlet parts can collide false, and non-inlet parts can collide true, like the normal stud parts. Jump to this platform, jump around, do a wrap round the corner of the frame, intuitive, and then this is where it introduces you to shadow blocks. And then you've got this thing. Undice doesn't care about your feelings. So I sort of just YOLO it, and I haven't failed it. I failed it like once. If you do fail it, then the way you get back is you do a wrap from there, round to there, and then you do a head hitter back upwards. Anyway, you want to flick around this truss, and here you're going to want to long jump over, do a head hitter, jump up, and then just jump out the side of that thing. There's no need to rotate around it. wedge, jump out onto this platform, and jump over to this truss. Flick off this truss to get into the gap, and then just sort of fall down into there. I use D to get off there, and then I like to position myself like this, and then just sort of go S and space. Not like that though. I'll meet you back up there. Anyway, back here. Yeah, you wanna just go like that, and then I find, right? You wanna sort of go back with A, back with S once you're far enough, then hold A to get to the right. And there we go, just some basic jumps. And I'll wrap around here, and now you're at the shadow blocks, part 2. They can be pretty scary. They require a lot of focus, and just sort of trust. Like as you get better at the game, they become less of a problem. They're still scary though. This jump, I don't like this jump, especially not if you're on a tower rush, because this is the GBJ section. Anyway, you'll notice the you actually exit the music zone here. So you can, there's a slime rancher OST. Now I find you want to jump around to here, then sort of turn sideways, turn the other sideways, and then wrap round. And then you're back into the closer section of the tower. And it's just some normal wraps. Go around to there, wrap into here, go to that block, and now here you're gonna want to make sure you check. You're up onto there. You're gonna want to wrap around into. I prefer going to the left. You can also go to the right. Your choice. Anyway, as before, with here you want to pick one so you go into it. Just to avoid not picking either and then falling off. Okay, just wrap around like that. Get onto this truss. Do a flick to the left like that. Get onto this ladder. Flick around like so. You want to wrap around here. You want to set yourself up for a long jump because it's a pretty long jump. You can't sort of just do it without really any prior setup, as you can most of the jumps earlier in this tower. Here, this jump. That's probably the most difficult one, because this one, not too difficult. You can sort of just not really worry about the second one, but the first one, from that platform to that platform, can be a bit of an issue. So do just take your time with that. Anyway, shadow block maze, and then after this you're onto the final section. One of the most difficult sections of the tower, really. I find tapping W and then like rotating and holding W and D. Obviously keeping shift lock in is a necessity here. You want to rotate your camera slowly for these jumps. You don't want to rotate it too fiercely, or else you'll end up turning too early, and then you will go smack bang into the floor, as I learnt twice. Anyway, that's it. The Tower of Outer Challenges. Yeah, this is one of the last remorse. This is probably one of the last remorseless towers you will do, on par with about Colo, Citadel of Luminous Obstacles, and the Tower of Monochrome Anguish. Other than that, yeah, it's a pretty cool tower, I would say. I would thoroughly recommend it. It's really, the gameplay is quite good. The design is nice. The music's good. Overall, there's nothing to really hate about the tower, other than its difficulty, which is more a problem with your skill level. Obviously, it's a problem with mine too, because I didn't enjoy this very much. Well, I did enjoy this a decent bit. It's an enjoyable tower. Definitely one that you should practice, or that you should practice if you can. I should add, because I'm aware that you need helicopter powers. Not everyone can get those. Or if you just have like Christmas lights or agility gem, like people did. But by then you're probably good enough to beat this tower, to be honest. Anyway, that is going to be all for this 6th episode of Conor's Cool Commentaries. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment something down below about this video. Check out some of my other content too, including the previous 5 days of this series, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.